Alright, what's going on, guys? Hero Plays here, and we are finally playing some Naraka BLADEPOINT. This is a game that I have been looking forward to for quite some time. To give you a generalization of what the game is, it is a battle royale that is focused on melee combat. You might have seen the trailer, I believe, from 2 years ago back on E3. There was a lot of maneuvering, grapple hooking, stuff like that, and I think this game's had about 3 betas, 1 closed beta and then 2 open betas, and of course the private alphas and stuff like that. But I am thoroughly enjoying the game. I think the game is a lot of fun, and it's doing something sort of different with the battle royale spin on games. I know a lot of games are coming out with battle royales. It seems like any first-person shooter's got to have some type of battle royale. But I believe this is one of the few that is focused on things such as melee combat. You can use ranged weapons such as cannons, I think a Gatling gun, bow and arrow, and a rifle, but they're more so just more assistant tools to the melee focused combat of the game. Now, you do have abilities that you can also use with each character. For example, the character that I'm using is a healer. So what she can do is she can attach a tether to a character and heal them over the course of 25 seconds. You can also switch that tether between the 25 seconds, and if you can end it early by doing a massive heal, or you can go ahead and teleport to that character. So she really plays the role of the support. There's other ones as well that work as not defibrillators, but I'm trying to think of the word. Can't think of the word right now. I'm trying to use big words, but I can't think of it. Basically, there's other characters that can hinder other characters' movement and speed. Other ones are just straight up damage. Some are defense, etc., etc. And I believe in this open beta, they actually introduced a new weapon, which is the spear, which is probably one of my favorite weapons so far. I just love spear combat. Not a lot of games actually showcase spear combat. Usually it's either swords or axes and stuff like that, but you don't really have like a spear or a staff in a lot of games. So I wanted to test it in this match here. I think I did fairly well. I'm kind of watching the playback as I'm recording this now, but a lot of it is still the battle royale focus. You're going to be looting stuff, but the looting doesn't seem unfair. You're gonna find armor, you're gonna find weapons, you're gonna find something to use in the fight. Actually, that's something I really like about this game too, is that you don't really feel like you've wasted time looting. And even though someone can have slightly better armor or weapons, you can outplay them if you're good enough. Another thing too is the grappling hook, which is very, very useful in combat. It allows you to grip onto surfaces, allows you to grip on the enemies, get out of danger and stuff like that. And I think this person disarmed me, or I accidentally dropped my weapon. I couldn't remember. I was a little confused, like, wait, where's my spear? And then I had to go back and pick it up, but at least my team was able to kind of get them off of me. But as you can see there, I used the tether effect. I didn't know I tethered onto my teammate and teleported to him, because I forgot that you can't really attack while you're in that stance. But the game has 3 types of melee combat. It is your standard attack, your charge attack, and then your counter attacks. So I believe it's more of a rock, paper, scissors, and correct me if I get this wrong. I believe normal attacks counters, counter heavy attacks, and then heavy attacks counter light attacks. I believe that's how it goes, but correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I haven't played too much of the game. This is, I believe, probably overall my 10th match if we're counting all the open betas and stuff like that, just because other times I didn't have time to sit and play the game as much as I wanted to. But this beta is going to be lasting, I think, for about a week or so, and then the full game comes out August 12th. I thought it was going to be free to play, but I think it's priced at $20. I'm not exactly sure. I'll leave the Steam page down below for you guys to check it out and stuff like that. But I think this game is going to do something a little bit different for the Battle Royale scene, and especially those who love like fighting games or melee-focused things like that. It's not going to, be the next big thing in terms of Battle Royales. At least in my opinion, won't be like the next huge thing. However, I think it's going to be a good alternative. I believe the last game that had focus-based melee combat, I think Blade and Soul came out with a separate game that did a focus on Battle Royale, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember too much about it, so take that as you will. But a lot of the game, again, it's a Battle Royale, so you're going to be killing people, getting items, getting loot and stuff like that, and then going on to the next engagement. So if you're not a big fan of Battle Royales, I see why you wouldn't want to give this game a shot. However, I think for those who are a fan of fighting games, of Battle Royales, and want something a little bit different from the genre, I really do think you should check out Naraka BLADEPOINT. I think it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to be introducing matches on this channel. Some are going to be commentated, some are going to be live commentaries, and then some are just going to be straight gameplays. So I just wanted to give a little bit of introduction to the game itself, what I think about it overall, and whether or not you should pick it up. I think based on the games that I've played, like I said, I played about maybe 10 or 12 matches in total. I think the game is worth it if you are looking for something new in battle royales and stuff like that. I think the game has a lot of depth, especially with the different characters and what they can do. For example, like she's a healer, but she can still also fight with all the weapons too. So you're not like restricted to using heavy weapons and things like that. And there is a lot of depth and combos in the game. I don't know all of them. I know you can with the spear combo into what I just did now, which was a charge attack into kind of like a windmill attack. There's a lot of things like that that you can do in the game with different weapons and stuff like that. So definitely worth looking into if that's your thing. I think this game is going to have a lot of fun and potential behind it. It just all depends on how they do updates, patches, if they're going to introduce new maps, new champions, and things like that. As long as there's support for the game, I think the game's going to do fairly well. And you're going to see like a lot of new YouTubers and people promote and stream the game. I'm definitely going to be streaming and playing the game when I get the chance. I know there's a lot of other games coming out as well, but I want to keep this game in my library of games that I go back to because I find it a lot of fun. And you know, this is kind of one of those things that I was looking for in terms of battle royales. I was looking for more of the, okay, I want to fight someone with my bare hands, or I want to get in close and fight with, you know, swords and shields and stuff like that. And this game's giving me what I want. So I'm glad this game is coming out. It's coming out fairly soon too. So again, it's battle royale. I know I have to keep harping on this because I know some people are turned off by battle royales because they are a bit slow paced depending on how you play and who you play with. I think right now at the time of this beta there is solos, there's trios, and I think there's also just an arena mode to where you can just go in and fight people. I think it's a free-for-all, so if you don't want to do the whole, you know, gathering around for loot, running from the storm and stuff like that, there is another game mode for you guys that just want to enter the combat. Now, when I play, as you can see here, I'm going in. I'm being super aggressive. It could be a 3v1. I'm going in the whole confident, which is not probably the smartest thing to do. But I figured my team's going to back me up anyway. They didn't have comms. I didn't have comms, but we just kind of knew what each other was doing to some extent. I believe we're all fairly new players. I think there was level 2 or 3, and I was level 5 at the time of this. I don't remember. It'll probably show up on screen at some point. But, yeah, I think I play reckless when I play this because I just want to get into next engagement, which almost actually kills us. Spoiler alert, you'll see here in a minute, because we kept on trying to fight people and we didn't realize that the storm was coming. And I get tunnel vision when I'm fighting. Like right now, I know the storm is coming, but I really want to kill this person. Like I wanted her to die. So I almost actually died here. If I would have not hit my my tether there, I probably would have died. And there we got like a little bit of a clash. And as you can see, her charge attack beat my charge attack. And then I tried to counter her normals, but normal attacks counters, if that makes sense. So you really have to play smart, and you really have to know what you're doing when you're fighting someone. You really just can't button mash. You may be able to get away with it in the lower levels, but at the higher tiers where people are starting to learn combos and counters and stuff like that, and once you start doing crouch canceling, which is basically you do a normal attack, charge attack, and you cancel it with the crouch, then you know you're going to be fighting people that know what they're doing. At this point, I saw the storm was coming, and I assumed my teammates did, so I started booking it. And again, this is sort of my fault, sort of their fault. We should have been and ran from the storm. The storm doesn't do as much damage as other games, at least for the first couple of circles, so you still have time to run. And with the addition of like the grappling hook, or the spool, I think it's called, you can get some movement going. As you can see here, I'm trying to get as much movement as I can. I'm trying to get basically past the shadow or the storm so that way it doesn't keep damaging me, because it is starting to catch up. I managed to outrun it here, and I figured both of my teammates was dead. So I kind of stop and turn around here after healing myself, and I'm looking, okay, where are my teammates? I see one of them is close, and their health is dropping, so I figured, you know what? I can tether that person and try and boost their health a little bit as best as I can, but they have to book it. So I dropped down a quick heal. Hopefully they can make it. Worst case scenario, I could have revived that person. However, the other person ran the other direction, and they're too far into the storm for us to go pick up at this point. Unfortunately, they're too deep in there to where we can't get them. So, unfortunately, little one, you have to be sacrificed. Anyway, at this point, I'm using my ability to heal, so that way we at least have full health. And there is something actually different in the game that was introduced, I believe, in this beta, which wasn't in the last beta, as you can actually, I guess, not necessarily mutate, but you can alter your skills. For example, if I choose, I don't have to heal health. I can heal armor, which may be more important than health depending on who you're playing with. I don't know if you can pick the same character on the same team, but if you have someone healing health and someone healing armor, that can be really, really strong. And here we get surprised by just a plethora of people. I decided to switch to the katana here because I remember in the last beta I really did like the katana. However, I don't know if it's been nerfed or it was just slowed down a bit. It felt slower than whenever I last used it, but then again, it's been a while since I played the game, so it could have been just me not remembering how the katana plays, but it felt a lot slower. But it's another weapon that I really do enjoy using, just because I'm a big fan of katana, especially with the sheath style sword play that they have in this game. So, and as you can see here, I'm just attacking anyone that's coming near me. I'm double hitting people, triple hitting people. I'm switching weapons here back to the spear because I think my katana had low durability. And that's something you have to worry about in this game too. This game doesn't have necessarily ammo. It's more based on durability. And if you don't have like the weapon, I think like weapon crates to refill your weapon durability, pretty much you'll be fighting hand-to-hand combat, which it can work. However, you're at a major disadvantage because I believe with hand-to-hand combat, you can't counter moves. So you're really susceptible to charge attacks and the combos and stuff like that. So we actually managed to take out pretty much everyone here. I don't know how we won a lot of these engagements, I'm not going to lie to you, because we was pretty much outmanned. It was pretty much like 3v2s and 4v2s and stuff like that. While we're trying to gather our loot, we get attacked by another person here. I think he's also using a long sword, which I think is kind of like the medium speed of all the weapons. I catch this guy in a grappling hook. I figured, okay, well, they're attacking each other over there. Let me go check on my teammate. And I see that my teammate is doing okay. She has the Gatling gun, which is a very strong weapon. As you can see, it's mowing down this dude. And I keep forgetting with this character that when you tether on to someone, you either teleport or you do a burst heal. You can't really attack. So I think that's kind of like a balance for her, is that you can't just tether on someone and keep wildly attacking. So I think that's a good balance for her. I'll probably do some gameplay of some other characters too, and I'll try and do like some dual commentary, probably with my brother, because he's also interested in the game. And maybe if I get some other content creators, I can try and jump into like a trios with them and do some recording and stuff like that for the channel. But yeah, this game is a lot of fun. This game is definitely different than what I've been playing. It's a battle royale, but with melee focused combat and mobility and stuff like that. I believe we might run into another team here relatively shortly. Again, that's also something I like about this battle royale too, is you don't feel like you're wasting 10 minutes, 20 minutes gathering loot. It seems like you're always finding someone to fight, and I don't know if that's just because of the map size or the amount of people that are fighting. I think it's a relatively small map for a battle royale, and I think it's up to 50 people. I don't remember. As you can see here, we ran into 2 more people here. They came out of nowhere. Don't exactly know where they came from, but as you can see here, I'm trying to catch them with the charge attack with the spear. But charge attacks are a little bit hard to hit. Basically, you have to time them, and then again, here's a pool of people just out of nowhere. I accidentally used my ultimate, which is a big healing circle. I didn't mean to use that, but it is what it is. It doesn't heal other people, thankfully. And then she comes up here and starts attacking me with her long sword. Thankfully, I get around her and I start attacking her from behind. And then I hit her with a charge attack, which again, charge attack beat regular attack. So unless she countered that, I was gonna beat her out, even though she had the advantage. And that's what I mean by that too. Like, you can get the advantage on someone, but if you don't know how to properly fight with power attacks, counter attacks, and with normal attacks, you know, you can still get beat. At this point, I believe the circle was closing in again, and we didn't want to run into the same mistake. So I opted to try and get at least past the circle, then start fighting. I tethered my teammate to heal them, to kind of give them a signal like, hey, we need to go. But I guess they wanted to get more kills on the board, so they went to go attack those people that we just passed. I figured, okay, well, let me heal myself, let me get my armor up and ready to go, so that way I can at least try and assist and help. And I think I might have lost track a little bit, but then catch up with her here as she's trying to get back into the circle. So I drop another heal on her. I don't think I did a burst heal. I think I just let the heal tether go all the way here. And that's what I really like about this character, is that, you know, the healing is pretty strong because you both heal yourself and the partner that you tether. Unfortunately, you can't tether multiple people. That'd be a little bit broken. So, but at this point, repairing our weapons, kind of getting ready for the next engagement that happens around here, because we're not at the final circle, but I think we're getting to the point where there's not a lot of people left and they're starting to travel here. As you can see here, someone was climbing on the tree. I did not notice that until watching this, that there was someone actually on the tree. I thought I was gonna die here because I got hit by that storm, and that storm did a lot of damage. I mean, a lot of damage. But I managed to drop the tether heal on a partner and then heal myself. I'm going after this other person here who honestly should have probably just ran away, but I caught them off guard. Catch them again with the tether, and then pretty much finish her off here in the corner. I'm sorry, not in the corner, but against the wall. At this point, I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 more people left, including ourselves. So I think it's like 2 or 3 people. And then I noticed that this person's getting shot from this tree that the last person was. So that's got to be the last guy. So I don't know if they're just not focused and paying attention, but they're getting shot at. So I figured, you know what? Let me go ahead and end this now. That guy doesn't have a lot of health. His armor's not that strong, and we're done. So first match of recording, got a victory. Victory's actually pretty easy to get in this game, but that's going to be it for Naraka BLADEPOINT. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll be doing more videos like this in the future. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you next time. Take care.